The 1990s were more than just baggy jeans, neon colors, and cassette tapes. It was the golden age of boy bands. These groups didn't just dominate the charts, they defined an entire generation. With their perfect harmonies, synchronized dance moves, and heartthrob appeal, boy bands became a global phenomenon. Today, we'll take a journey back to the 90s, reliving the rise of some of the biggest boy bands of the era and see where they are no Backstreet Boys, the kings of pop back in the mid-90s. One boy band reigned supreme, Backstreet Boys, formed in Orlando, Florida. They quickly rose to fame with hits like Quit Playing Games with My Heart and I Want It That Way. They weren't just a band, they were a brand. Millions of fans around the world knew their names: AJ, Howie, Nick, Kevin, and Brian. Today, the Backstreet Boys are still together, still performing, and still selling out arenas. They've celebrated over 25 years in the industry, proving that they aren't just a 90s memory, they're music legends. NSYNC, short but iconic. Hot on their heels was NSYNC, with their debut album and chart-topping singles like Bye 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 and It's Gonna Be Me. They gave Backstreet Boys some serious competition. What made them unforgettable wasn't just the music, it was the personalities, especially Justin Timberlake, who later launched one of the most successful solo careers in pop history. While the group disbanded in 2002, NSYNC's influence still echoes. Fans continue to beg for a reunion, and whenever they appear together even briefly, it's headline Newsboys to Men, masters of harmony. While some boy bands focused on upbeat pop, Boys to Men brought pure soul and harmony to the table. With unforgettable ballads like End of the Road and I'll Make Love to You, they became one of the best-selling R&B groups of all time. Their smooth vocals defined slow jams of the 90s. Fast forward to today, Boys to Men continue to perform, often headlining in Las Vegas. They've evolved from chart toppers to legends of live performance, keeping the 90s spirit alive for both longtime fans and new generations. 98 Degrees, the romantic crooners when it came to love songs. 98 Degrees had no competition. Their heartfelt ballads like Because of You and I Do melted hearts everywhere. Led by Nick Lachey, they quickly became known as the go-to group for emotional pop hits. After some years apart, the group reunited in the 2010s and has been touring since, capitalizing on the wave of 90s nostalgia. They may not dominate the charts today, but for fans, their music still strikes the same emotional chord. Hanson, the brothers who surprised everyone in 1997. Three young brothers shocked the world with their insanely catchy hit MMMBOP. Isaac, Taylor, and Zach Hanson were barely teenagers, but they instantly became global stars. While critics first dismissed them as a one-hit wonder, Hanson proved otherwise by continuing to write, produce, and release music on their own terms. Today, Hanson remains active as independent artists. They have a strong, dedicated fan base and continue to tour worldwide, showing that brotherhood and great music truly stands the test of time. Take That, UK's pride across the Atlantic. The UK had its own boy band phenomenon, Take That, with Robbie Williams as their breakout star. They dominated the charts with songs like Back for Good. They weren't just famous in Britain, their fame spread across Europe, making them one of the UK's biggest pop exports. Although Robbie left the group for a solo career, Take That reunited and continues to perform, keeping their legacy alive. Their story is one of reinvention, reminding us that true pop icons never really fade away. Other boy bands worth mentioning: the 90s were overflowing with boy bands, each with its own style. Five brought an edgier, hip-hop influenced sound. O-Town, formed on reality TV, gave fans a behind-the-scenes look at what it took to make a boy band. Even groups like Westlife and Blue from the UK earned international fame, proving that the boy band craze was not just an American thing, it was global. Cultural impact: boy bands weren't just about music. They defined fashion with matching outfits, set trends with their dance routines, and created a culture of fandom unlike anything before. Teen magazines, posters, and fan clubs exploded, For millions of young fans, boy bands weren't just musicians, they were part of their lives. Even today, their influence can be seen in modern groups like BTS, One Direction, and countless others who followed the blueprint created in the 90s. Where are they now? Looking at these groups today, it's clear that the boy band wave of the 90s didn't just disappear, it evolved. Some members became solo superstars, others stayed in the industry behind the scenes, and many groups still perform to sold-out crowds. Nostalgia tours are packed with fans who grew up in the 90s, bringing their own kids along to experience the magic. The boy bands of the 90s gave us unforgettable songs, iconic dance moves, and memories that still live on decades later. Whether it's the Backstreet Boys still rocking stadiums, Justin Timberlake owning the stage, or Hanson quietly crafting new music, one thing is clear: the boy band era may have started in the 90s, but its legacy will last forever.